New Brunswick Restaurant Week, July 14th, Saturday, July 28th. Restaurant Week is a 15-day culinary celebration of 23 restaurants that will be showcasing the talents and many of New Brunswick chefs. I'm sitting here with Francis Schott, co-owner of Captain Lombardi's and Stage Left. Now, this is your third year
Yeah.
with Restaurant Week.
A third year with Restaurant Week. Yep.
All right. What made you participate in Restaurant Week?
It was a great idea. You know, it's New Brunswick is a dining town. You know, New Brunswick is the cultural capital of Middlesex and Somerset County. It's the cultural capital of New Jersey. We're right in the middle of the state. We've got theaters and restaurants and bars and hotels and comedy clubs, and you know, of course, with all the different places having restaurant weeks, right? All the big cities have restaurant weeks. Then the New Jersey Restaurant Association has a restaurant week. It's not just another restaurant week. It's New Brunswick. We're the best dining city in the state of New Jersey, and we have been for 20 years. And what's exciting about New Brunswick is dining is so important it's such an important part of how we brought this city back. 25 years ago, this city wasn't in a great spot. 35 years ago, it really wasn't in a great spot. And now it is. It's a thriving little city, and we have a real community here. It's not just buildings and businesses, it's community. And the community comes together in restaurants, and we have some of the best in the state, and that's why people should come to New Brunswick and be aware of us as a restaurant city.
Restaurant city. You are absolutely correct. Now, what are some of the
stuff we do?
Yes.
Well, you know, we have two restaurants here. We have Stage Left Restaurant and Captain Lombardi Restaurant, right?
Yes.
Captain Lombardi is an Italian-American restaurant. It's not an Italian restaurant. It's based on the cuisine of my partner Mark's grandmother. She cooked in Brooklyn her whole life. She was of Italian extraction, but everything is market-driven, local tomatoes. We put up about 10,000 pounds a year of our own tomatoes, our own sauce. We make our mozzarella fresh to order. There's lots of garlic. If you don't like garlic, you don't like pasta, you don't like olive oil, go to a different restaurant. But I have a different restaurant, and that's Stage Left. And Stage Left has, in the summertime, we love that New Brunswick's Restaurant Week is in the summertime because it's a little bit slower here. We're very busy in New Brunswick throughout the school year and the theater season, and you know, we're only building our summertime clientele.
Exactly.
But you know, we have that great sidewalk cafe in the summertime, which we've planted beautifully. It's a little tropical paradise out there.
Yes,
And once the sun goes down on the sidewalk cafe in New Brunswick, looking over at the brand new hotel, the beautiful old church, our old building, the theater's right next door, people walking around. You know, 25 years ago, I wouldn't have believed it if you told me how nice it was on the block in New Brunswick. So we have the sidewalk cafe, in which we serve our bar menu as well as our regular fine dining menu. We have our bar. Of course, we're famous for our burger. We're a fine dining restaurant, but we serve a burger only at the bar.
Really?
Which wins a lot of contests for being the best burger in the state of New Jersey. And then our fine dining restaurant is great. And you know, what's great about fine dining contemporary American restaurants like Stage Left at this time of year is because we're so market driven. What a time to be market driven. I mean, nectarines come in and cherries come in and blueberries come in. The lobsters this year are phenomenal. We have these truffles that we're getting from Australia. It's not local, but usually you don't get truffles in the summertime.
No, you don't.
And they've just started harvesting quality truffles in Australia. And since they're in the southern hemisphere, it's their winter, so we get to use winter truffles with our summer dishes. And it's crazy. And the bar, Captain Lombardi, is just banging off the hook. One of the top. Food and Wine magazine says our bar is one of the top 100 cocktail bars in the country.
Wow, look at that.
And I agree with that.
I agree.
And it's just, you know, it's nice to be able to relax and enjoy the city. The pace is a little slower in the summertime. And, you know, the reality is people have responded really well to the New Brunswick Restaurant Week because we are a city. We're not just a town. And, you know, with the state of New Jersey's Restaurant Week or any other restaurant, what we have here is we're not a big city like New York or Philadelphia or Los Angeles, but we are a city, and you can walk from one restaurant to another. There are 23 restaurants participating, and there are more than 23 restaurants in New Brunswick.
Exactly.
But there are 40 places where you can have dinner at one and a dessert at another, maybe visit another for a cocktail, go see jazz in town. It's a way to get people for us to realize that what we need to do is not just promote ourselves, but to point out that one of the things that each of us have as a restaurant is being next to our neighbors who are other
Exactly.
restaurants. That's an asset. That's an asset.
Now, what's the type of promotions you're gonna be having during Restaurant Week?
You know, the idea for Restaurant Week is to just have a set price menu so people know exactly what it is they're going to spend, and if they haven't tried it, they get to come in and try something special. And we all, I think, throw a little extra value into those restaurant menus, because we pick a time when it's a little slower. It's harder to do something like that in December when you're crazy busy anyway. So I have in Cafe Lombardi, we have a $35 price fixed menu. It's a 3-course menu, appetizer, entree, and dessert.
Yes.
If you ordered any of those things, if you ordered those things separately, it would cost you much more, obviously. And then we have a $39 price fixed menu in stage left. And the thing is, you're not required to stay with that menu. So you can come in and enjoy that menu if you like, or you can go and order off the a la carte menu if you don't like. And some of your party can do one, and some of your party can do the other. So,
Well, this is gonna be an exciting Restaurant Week,
I think so.
July 14th to July 28th.
Right?
Thank you again.
No problem.
Francis.
Come on down to New Brunswick, Restaurant Week. Don't miss it.
Restaurant Week, don't miss it.